Take a deep breath. Right now, in this moment, I want you to pause. Set everything else aside, because this is not an accident. God doesn't do accidents. He doesn't waste moments, and He didn't create you without purpose. So wherever you are right now, driving, lying in bed, sitting alone with your thoughts, I need you to know that something led you here. Not chance, not coincidence, something deeper. And if you stay with me for the next few minutes, I believe God is going to speak directly into the place you need it most. I don't know what you've been facing lately. Maybe you've been tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep fixes, but tired in your soul. Tired of fighting. Tired of waiting. Tired of holding it all together while everything inside you feels like it's coming undone. Maybe you've been questioning yourself, questioning your purpose, wondering, God, why am I going through this? Why does it feel like everyone else is moving forward and I'm stuck? Maybe you've been putting on a brave face, showing up, smiling, saying, I'm fine, while something inside you is quietly breaking. I hear you. And more importantly, God hears you. But hear me clearly today. What you're going through is not meant to break you. It's meant to build you. The fire you're standing in right now is not punishment. It's preparation. And by the time God is done with this season, you won't even recognize the strength He's built inside you. You are not random. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. I need you to let that sink in, because the enemy has been working overtime to convince you that you don't matter, that you're too late, that you've missed your window, that everyone else was chosen, but somehow you were skipped. That is a lie. The same God who formed you in your mother's womb, the same God who saw every tear you cried, the same God who carried you through what should have destroyed you, that God is still writing your story. He hasn't turned the page on you. He hasn't closed the book. He is still actively, intentionally, lovingly working on the masterpiece that is your life. Psalm 139 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." That is not a greeting card. That is the Creator of the universe declaring that you were planned, purposed, positioned. Before you ever took your first breath, God already had a plan, a purpose, a calling on your life, not a backup plan, not a let's see how it goes plan. A detailed, sovereign, unstoppable plan. Now let me talk to those of you who have been dealing with closed doors. You applied and didn't get it. You gave everything to a relationship and it fell apart. You trusted someone and they walked away. You prayed for something and God said no, or worse, He said nothing at all. And now you're sitting in that silence, wondering if God even cares, even when people doubted you, even when doors closed, even when you felt overlooked. God was positioning you. See, you interpreted the closed door as rejection, but God was using it as redirection. Every no you've received was God protecting you from something that wasn't built to carry the weight of your calling. Every delay was God making sure the foundation was strong enough for what He's about to build. You didn't get that job because God has something better aligned with your purpose. That relationship ended because it would have pulled you away from where God is taking you. The door closed because it was never your door to begin with. And I know that doesn't make the pain go away. I know it still hurts. But I need you to trust that the God who sees the end from the beginning knows exactly what he's doing. Some of you feel like you've been in a battle, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You've been fighting something that nobody around you can see. You've been wrestling in the dark with anxiety, with fear, with thoughts that tell you you're not enough. But what if I told you something that changes everything? The battle you're in is proof of the greatness inside of you. Read that again in your spirit. The battle is proof. The resistance is evidence, because the enemy doesn't attack what has no value. He doesn't waste his time on people who carry nothing. The fact that you've been under fire means there is something on your life that the kingdom of darkness sees as a threat. There is something on your life. There is something in your spirit. There is something God placed inside of you that the world needs. And that's why it's been so hard. That's why it's been uncomfortable. That's why it feels like pressure. Because pressure produces purpose. Pressure produces diamonds. Pressure produces the kind of faith that can move mountains. You're not falling apart. You're being forged. And I need to pause here, because some of you just heard that and thought, that sounds nice, but you don't know what I've done. You feel disqualified, like you've used up all your chances, like God gave you an opportunity and you blew it. And now you're watching from the sidelines while everyone else steps into their calling. Can I tell you something? God has never once looked at you and said, I'm done. Lamentations. Chapter 3, verses 22 and 23 says, because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. New every morning. Not new when you earn it. Not new when you prove yourself. New every single morning, regardless of what happened the night before. David committed adultery and murder, and God called him a man after his own heart. Peter denied Jesus 3 times, and Jesus chose him to build the church. The woman at the well had 5 failed marriages, and Jesus chose her to evangelize an entire town. Your history does not determine your destiny. Your past failures are not your future forecast. God is the God of the second chance, the third chance, the 100th chance. And his mercies toward you have no expiration date. So stop punishing yourself for something God has already forgiven. Stop rehearsing shame over a sin that's been covered by the blood. Your slate is clean. Your record is clear. And your calling is still active. I know some of you are in a season where heaven feels silent. You've prayed until you ran out of words. You've fasted. You've worshiped through tears, and still, nothing. No answer. No sign. No breakthrough. And in that silence, a voice creeps in and says, maybe God forgot about you. Maybe he's done. Maybe you're on your own. But I need you to understand something about the nature of God. Even when you don't see it, God is working. Even when you don't feel it, God is moving. Even when it's silent, God is setting things up behind the scenes. Silence is not absence. Delay is not denial. Isaiah 55, verse 8 says, my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways. God is operating on a different frequency. He sees what you can't see. He knows what you don't know, and He is aligning things in the spiritual realm that haven't manifested in the natural yet. God is not late. He is intentional. He is precise, and He is preparing you for something greater than you imagined. So don't interpret the waiting as abandonment. The waiting is the workout. And when the answer finally comes, you'll have the strength to carry it. Think about all the times you thought you wouldn't make it, but you did. Think about all the moments you felt weak, felt hopeless, felt like the ground was caving in beneath you. But somehow, you kept going. Somehow, you woke up the next morning. Somehow, you found one more ounce of strength when you were sure you had nothing left. That wasn't luck. That was grace. That was the hand of God holding you up when your own legs gave out. That was mercy showing up at 3 in the morning when nobody else was there. That was a father who refuses to let his child drown, even when the waves were over your head. You survived every single worst day of your life, every breakdown, every betrayal, every dark night, and you are still here. If that doesn't tell you that God's hand is on your life, I don't know what will. And I know some of you are frustrated because the promise hasn't come yet. You've been faithful. You've been patient. You've done everything you know to do. And still, nothing has changed. The breakthrough hasn't come. The healing hasn't manifested. The door hasn't opened. And you're starting to wonder, did God forget His promise? No, He didn't. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. Delay is not denial. Silence is not rejection. And waiting is not wasting. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3 says, "For the vision awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay." He doesn't operate on your schedule. He operates on His purpose. And sometimes His purpose requires a season of preparation that feels like a season of punishment. But it's not. He's building your capacity. He's deepening your roots. He's making sure that when the blessing comes, you have the character to steward it. Because God is not just interested in giving you what you want. He's interested in making you who you need to become. So don't lose heart in the waiting. The farmer doesn't dig up the seed to check if it's growing. He trusts the process. He waters the ground, and he waits, knowing that what was planted will break through the surface in its appointed time. Your appointed time is coming, and it will be worth every second of the wait. So today, I need you to remind yourself who you are, not who your failures say you are, not who your critics say you are, not who that voice in your head, the one that sounds like every person who ever doubted you, says you are. You are who God says you are. You are chosen. You are called. You are covered. You are not what you've been through. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are not the worst thing you've ever done. You are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you realize. You are more anointed than you've been told. And you are walking proof that God's hand is on your life. So today, stand up in your spirit and declare it. I am chosen. I am called. I am covered. I am who God says I am. Some of you have been carrying silent battles, smiling on the outside, but hurting on the inside, holding everyone else up while quietly falling apart inside. And God sees you. He sees what no one else sees. He hears the prayers you didn't even have words for. He catches every tear, and not a single one has been wasted. You don't have to be strong for God. You don't have to perform. You don't have to pretend you have it all figured out. He already knows, and He loves you, not when you get it together, but right now, right here, in the middle of the mess. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not too broken. God specializes in restoration. He takes what was damaged and turns it into something powerful. He takes the ashes and gives you beauty. He takes the mourning and gives you joy. He takes the broken pieces and builds something the enemy never saw coming. So don't shrink. Don't dim your light. Don't second guess what God placed inside of you. I know the world has told you to play it safe, to stay small, to not get your hopes up. But God didn't plant a fire inside of you just to watch you put it out. This is your season to rise. This is your season to step into alignment. This is your season to walk boldly into what God has been preparing for you all along. Stop waiting for permission from people who were never assigned to your journey. Stop seeking approval from voices that don't carry authority over your life. The only voice that matters already spoke. And He said, "You are mine, and I have plans for you." Say this with me, out loud. Let your own ears hear your own voice declare it. I will not give up. I will not back down. I will trust God even when I don't understand. I will walk by faith and not by fear. I am becoming everything God created me to be. Every setback is a setup. Every closed door is a redirection. Every tear is watering something that's about to bloom. So get ready, because what God is about to do in your life is going to make everything you went through make sense. The pain, the waiting, the confusion. It was all preparing you, not breaking you, preparing you. And when you look back, 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, you're going to see it clearly. The delay had a design. The pressure had a purpose. The fire didn't consume you. It refined you. Everything that was meant to bury you is going to become the ground you rise from. So hold on. Keep breathing. Keep believing. Keep moving forward. Even when you can't see the road ahead, because you were not made to be ordinary. You were not made to blend in. You were not made to survive. You were made for more, and the God who chose you is not finished with you yet.